Hello, and welcome to the Magical Boot 61st episode. This is Ronnie. I have Shudipta with me. We have witnessed two of the quarterfinals of today. We'll start with the recent one, and we'll talk about the other one a little bit. Argentina beating Netherlands in the penalties. I mean, it should have been going into penalties, but it went off on full drama. But how are you feeling
Actually,
about the game?
well, it went full on drama. Like since Paredes kicked the ball towards the Dutch um,
Bench.
sub bench, yeah, and it like burst into flame. Basically, I was actually having ups and downs about the whole game. I could actually see before that actually for the first 80 minutes, Argentina looked okay. Well, more than okay, actually. They were managing the game fairly enough. After that goal, it was actually an RV, how can I say, start from the kickoff. And then actually, where it just burst into flame right after that incident. And well, then they scored. That foul should not be happened actually. There were actually three Argentine players and one Dutch player, and he should have actually just uh, they should have actually just let the ball in or try to nick it in and then like shoot it away or something like that. That's what they're doing, and also like the technique was like a little bit rusty from Argentine side actually. The thing is that like the Dutches are I have seen so far they were actually creating some early crosses in some games in the group rounds, and Argentina was letting Netherlands actually making those crosses in the box, and in the box there was actually like half a feet or probably a feet difference between those players, and like at least 50% of their the long balls are owned by Dutch players, and that actually created a whole lot of problem uh, um, from Netherlands side. But the comeback goal was the first one. It was like really brilliant goal. Um, yeah. That's so far actually tactical. I don't want to get
I don't think
actually.
it was tactical. It was just last ditch
Well,
effort from
yeah,
Netherlands. They were tactically outplayed by Argentina for most of 70 minutes because they expected 4-3-3 from Argentina, and then
yeah,
Scaloni played a 3-5-2, which is a
yeah,
mirror image of Van Gaal, and
yeah.
Van Gaal doesn't
We
really
talked about the
exactly
mirror thing actually. Yeah,
exactly. And most of the game the Netherlands could not create anything, and the defenders were very, B Romero, B Otamendi, B Elisandro Martinez were very tight on Gakpo and Depay and who else was playing? Um, Gakpo, Depay,
actually, they were trying to create I probably
and
tweeted that
Bergwijn.
actually in the first half. Actually, they were shaping like three, 4-3-3 sort of shape, like a one lopsided because like they have a spared wing back, like a five in the back. So like one wing back cannot like when Argentina was mostly attacking on that side actually. Can
But we
we
all,
go through
but we all,
statistics a little bit?
yeah. But
After that, like after,
yeah,
then I will show you. Yeah,
for sure. But we all knew mostly it's created through either Dumfries or Blind,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Argentina managed those both flanks very well. Um,
yeah. Actually, Molina
I say it
was
again before the game. Molina
yeah,
and Acuna both have to have a
yeah,
great game in order for
yeah.
Argentina to win.
And it seemed like Argentina won the battle of the wing backs because like there were few changes in the second half, and they shifted actually actual 4-3-3 or sort of shape.
It was four
Um,
to four eventually
yeah,
for
yeah. After like 60
Holland.
minutes, yeah, like and when they brought in uh, Frankie De Jong.
But can we just
So
appreciate the bad refereeing that has been done through Mateo Laos?
well, the annoying part was that like watching that game is that like in every little small nick, the referee was stopping the game, and
He was not in a
it's so
control. And he never
Yeah,
was.
no,
He's
no,
not a
no, no,
good
no.
referee. I
And
don't know
yeah, he
how
was trying to like showing card and try to make manage the game. But
use.
I have seen actually better refereeing than that actually like not without showing uh, cards. Even in this World Cup, like
Well, the
around
game before, Michael Oliver was refereeing
yeah,
the Croatia
Michael
Brazil
Oliver
game.
is
It's one of the
brilliant. Yeah.
best referees, and this is one of the worst referees. But I don't know about Colina how he brings a guy like Matthew Laos or Gil Manzano into the World Cup quarterfinals. But yeah, coming back to that, he was even showing yellow card in penalty shootout. I don't know who got that yellow card, but he didn't have any control.
I didn't know no because like it was confirmed like from the bench like who is getting yellow cards, and
And
thing is that like
each bench member,
uh,
and you don't have to, whoever is going through,
but
you don't have to
Bargias got
put yellow
yeah
card because it puts player in suspension.
yeah exactly, and also like Bargias got yellow card when he was when he was not even in the like he was in the bench. So does Scaloni and some other players. I guess like
Samuel,
Di
Walter
Maria was
Samuel,
threatened. Yeah, well Walter Samuel has
obviously he has to.
is true. But thing is that Walter Samuel probably got red card in the 2002 game in the from the bench, if you remember. I don't know. I could be wrong,
2006.
but 2006. Okay, like he was so far I remember like he was like he got red card while like sitting on the bench. So like probably it is his nature to attract referee or something. But on the serious note, actually, like really annoying to see like in the
Because this
especially in
game
the
could have
first half
been
because like,
controlled really well if there was a good ref.
yeah exactly, and some of the
How many
free
yellow card
kick.
he have given? 14, 15?
So far, what I have seen, like from up until 105 matches, it was 11. It was counted,
I
but I
think it's
haven't actually.
15, ended as 15.
Let me check it. Let me check for our viewers at least.
Matthew Laos
Um,
is the kind of referee, if he goes into funeral, he makes it all about himself. He makes sure he's in the focus of attention. He's
14,
that bad.
14 cards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 14 or 15. That's what he did.
Yeah. Eight of them are actually like from for Argentines and six for
And the
the
worst part is there was a
Croatian Republic.
manhandling, like
I think
Van Dijk
at the
was
debut.
hitting Paredes and stuff like that, and he didn't do anything.
Yeah, so actually it was vice versa as well.
No, no,
I saw
I
him.
think so. You know, you either you have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
bring the players together and talk to them,
yeah, yeah,
make it come
exactly,
down.
exactly, exactly.
Just
And
one.
he did not. I actually saw like Michael Oliver coming players down like in the group rounds match. Like when it was like really heated up, and he was like, "Okay, calm down." He brought those two players and calm it down. And even sometimes he only stopped this game uh, when things were trying to get heated. And this referee, what is he doing? He's letting those go, but he's not. He's actually like stopping the game for every nick, like every nick on the foot or stuff like that. And it's not a good refereeing,
No, I was seeing Sid Lowe tweeting. He was watching it for the referee because he knew he's.
And this could have been actually created this 2010 Netherlands versus Spain games or stuff like that, because that game was also a brutal game, a really ugly game actually for a final.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But coming back to Argentina managed, I think at around 70, 74 minute or 73rd minute was fine. They
actually
looked
78 minutes,
they,
78, 77, 78,
yeah,
yeah,
they looked
around this.
really solid. All of a sudden, they started to panic. I think it was going through the emotion. The referee was giving yellow card and stuff like that, and I think Rodrigo de Paul was taken off.
Mm.
Um, and I think Julian Alvarez was taken off and stuff like that. And I think they were cruising at that point, 2-0 up. First goal, we should talk about the Molina's first goal. How do you see that
Yeah.
goal?
Nobody has seen it coming actually,
Except Leo Messi, huh?
except Leo Messi. Nobody would have actually thought about this sort of thing. And I was watching TSN. I mostly do like for
Because
like India.
you like me so much that you you hooked into TSN.
Yeah, probably I
Okay.
liked it too much.
Uh,
yeah, but for some reason TSN is like available
yeah.
here.
No, fair enough.
Um, and yeah, like they were actually like choosing the camera angle towards the Messi's eyes, and um, the thing is that like
He
he
didn't even
was
look at it. Oh,
no, actually he just probably had a glance when he had the ball, and Molina when Molina started making the runs, and he like
poor Netaneke.
no, like there were like three players right in front of him,
Yeah, Netaneke
like
had
like
nutmegged, being nutmegged on that pass.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Up until then, he was basically shadowing Messi when Argentina was trying to break in. He was pushing up a little bit and trying to give Messi no space, and then it was like sort of like in the final third, it was sort of like a zonal marking. But he actually Messi actually I saw him actually like up until like 10-15 minutes. First 10-15 minutes, what he was doing, he was basically popping up in everywhere, like in the midfield, and trying to figure out who is marking him and where the Dutch defense are going and stuff like that actually. And this is actually like so clever. Like I
Absolutely.
think he plot this goal
He plot this,
probably two
and
two three
also
minutes ago.
exactly, and I also just want to give a little bit of credit to Julian Alvarez,
Yeah,
who just took
he made that run.
Virgil van Dijk with him, so that opens up a little space for Molina to receive against blind, and he's very good, blind, not blind.
No, actually, Virgil was there. He was
He
the
was
last
just
person who,
off-footed last
yeah,
last moment.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like, well, it was a brilliant pass and brilliant finish. What a finish from Molina. Actually, like, he won't
The first
probably score
touch,
a lot of
the
goals.
receiving touch was even better.
Yeah, exactly, like a striker actually.
Well, like one of the finest strikers, like Sergio Aguero
Yeah,
would be,
yeah,
or Romario would be proud of that.
yeah.
But well,
Sort
yeah,
of like
and
Romario.
exactly, and what a
Those,
finish!
yeah, what a finish. Probably he won't score a lot of goal in his career, but
Well,
this should
remember
be the
before moving to Atletico Madrid, he was the most scoring wing back in Europe.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But well, he's playing for Atletico Madrid. That that is actually that is it. But given that, like the penalty, do
Were
you
you
think it
nervous about
affects the?
Leo Messi missing the? Oh, before the penalty, we should talk about Acuna. That was a clumsy challenge from Dumfries, right?
Yeah, actually, he was on him the whole time when he while he was here there actually. So Aquina was sort of like created a mental block for Dumfries, and I kind of like he sort of like evaporate up until the end of the game. Like rest of the game, he was basically evaporate. Like given that like Aquina can play on both feet, and he's basically a winger playing as a wing back, sort of like a Perisic sort of player. And I don't know, like Argentina probably will miss him in semi because
Yeah,
he got
it's
a
a
yellow
big miss
card.
thanks to Matthew
Yeah,
Laos.
yeah. So it would be a big miss. We also love to play like see better players like playing in the World Cup, like in the semi and
It could also
finals and stuff
be
like that.
Lisandro Martinez too.
Yeah, true, almost, almost. But thing is that like when he made this cut actually, and he basically Dumfries has no choice. Basically, either he had to let him go or to make a rush tackle. So yeah, it's sort of a little bit soft, but it's a penalty anyway.
Yeah, and he gave it. That was the on-field referee gave it, so it was hard for the VAR to take it off. Um,
Yeah,
and very cool finish and from Leo Messi. I mean,
that that was a surprise finish actually.
and the keeper said something. I think
Yeah.
he came in
Mm.
and he said something. Messi, I don't know. He was probably burning
He was
inside.
obliviating probably into something. I don't know. Like I saw Messi actually so far up until that feud in the bench. There were actually few players who are like pushing him, And whenever referee was like, I saw him, so Virgil made some rush tackle on him
Yeah,
in the midfield, and sometimes it was given, and he was trying to like put a little pressure on the referee.
yeah,
So does actually when it was from AK's side, and this side has the bench or something like that. So like there were sometimes like, or sometime in the like from the bench actually there were talks actually. I think that made him actually furious after the match.
yeah, yeah. No, even after the second goal, he came back and in front of Van Hal, he put that a celebration of Riquelme. So I thought that was quite a celebration. You don't normally see Messi doing that, but
No,
just
normally
just
never actually seen so far.
but
Only that
but
Real
I
Madrid
think it
game.
was because of Van Hal talking too much before the game as
Yeah,
well, and talking the same thing
yeah.
that about Riquelme, he doesn't participate without the ball. People who doesn't know, Riquelme was Barcelona. He was bought for Barcelona, and Van Hal made
Mhm.
sure that his career ended there. He played him as a winger, as and Ganche played as a winger, and made sure that he departs Barcelona very soon. So quite
There
a
were a few things actually. Like he also played Rivaldo as a winger, and that actually both of he actually played both of them as a winger. That had also actually created a lot of problems. And Rivaldo did not even want to shoot the ball again and stuff like that. There was this huge history between Rivaldo versus Van Gaal at the time, and Rivaldo was their star player because Luis Figo, did he left at that time or he
no.
was
He's
the captain?
almost no. He's still there. Lufico was there.
Yeah, he was still there, but yeah, like thing is that like Luis Figo tried to how can I say dismantle these sort of things, but Luis Figo did not have that power at that time.
No.
And also there was a shift going on at the time, like Robson after that.
Hmm.
So like he just came in and probably won the cup or something like that. But Rivaldo, whenever he was playing in the middle, he was doing okay. But recall me, Rivaldo, both of them were like misused. So does actually there were a few issues going on, and he brought so many players. He tried to bring Edgar Davis. Did he play for Barcelona?
A little bit. No, no,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
no, no. Hold on. I have it was Patrick Kluivert for sure. I don't know about Rivaldo. Let me.
Kluivert,
Sorry, Edgar Davids.
but Edgar Davis, I thought like he tried to bring Edgar Davis at the time. There was news actually, so far I remember, right? Probably right
Yeah, he
after,
was he was a Barcelona player. Yeah,
yeah. So
he was
like
on the
right
bench
after
too.
night, yeah, of course. He was the one who was talking to Lionel Messi.
Yeah,
Then yeah, so like they have these sort of things like Van Gaal, he creates a sort of like a hosted how can I say, like a hosting environment for some players, even in his own team. So yeah, it's sort of like he well, I kind of agree with Messi, but I don't like that sort of thing in the field. But you can see me doing that sort of things actually in the field.
I would do that. I would do that. Especially
No,
if
I do that all the time. You know, like
I
if
would do
someone is
that
playing.
if I was Messi, I would do that same thing.
Oh no, I do like I don't have to be Messi. If I played that match, I would have done that. Or if I were in the bench, because like I have done it so many times. Like whenever I don't like something, like I don't like when you are playing, you don't like you need to shut it up. Uh, that's the thing. Whenever someone is like uh, like running their mouth, I either score a goal or make a assist,
Yeah,
or
after
I,
goal, I'll do that. Yeah,
yeah, that's the thing I do, and that is when I actually like play well as well.
yeah. But credit to Netherlands because
Yeah, of course,
they
of
have
course.
played like a Stoke City.
They Yeah, I actually haven't seen this Argentina team in on their nerve, even when they are playing against Brazil, and even they lost that game in 2019 against Brazil. Was it Brazil or
Yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah,
semi
yeah. That
Copa?
game was nervy. I can say that. The
Yeah, but that Argentine players were not that actually nervy like as today,
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
some reason,
yeah. And
because
it had something to do with Paredes coming. Paredes, Otamendi, both were there.
of course, of course, who else? He was trying to probably make sort
I
of
was
like
a
a.
little bit afraid of both of them because they could have just got
They
red.
were on yellows already.
And also that foul was given
No,
by
no, Otamendi got a yellow few
long time
minutes
ago.
later, but
I think everybody got a yellow, but I think it was Pezzella who gave away the free kick.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
it's a stupid tackle for a defender, like. But that is another thing. That is one of the thing I don't agree with Scaloni. But given that the situation, I don't think he has a choice. But still, like some players hasn't actually seen the
he
grass.
could have actually sent Di Maria away before, so they don't
Yeah,
push that much. Or if they
yeah,
push,
exactly.
he's the one who's making some runs.
They already have like three center backs, and they were winning like 50-50. So if they have an extra midfielder in the midfield, so like what happened there is that like there were sort of like a bell shape, uh, with the defenders, and when the Dutch team actually shifted to 4-3-3, sort of like
It's a
they
four to
were trying
four.
to create a 4-4 sort of situation. But what happens is there is actually like they're both of their wing backs were actually pushed on a little bit up, and there weren't actually like enough player, like because they both of the wing backs are pinned to the position with these wingers, and there were some play like spaces when the three midfielders block were like running in one side. Then there is a space for the team in the other side. So like they were easily making this shift and trying to make crosses. So like if they brought in Di Maria, they could probably wouldn't actually had concede the second goal,
Yeah,
and the match ended in 90 minutes.
yeah. I think that's last 15 minutes game
Mm,
management even against Australia was sketchy, and this one is sketchy. But in the extra time, the Netherlands didn't do anything, like the whole match.
mm,
Argentina
mm.
created some chances, very
Because
close.
they, yeah, from the beginning they know that they're the limitation, and when they actually took out players like Gakpo and Depay
Okay.
in the extra time, they basically don't have anything but like put crosses in the box, and
Yeah.
they are not even willing to do that actually, because they to the exposed, because Di Maria came in and he started creating like sort of I guess like there were at least like two clear XGs,
Yeah.
like expected goals
Yeah.
created in the extra time.
Actually, more
No,
3, 4 at least.
no, actually, like it depends on when where from where you shoot
No,
towards
no,
the
fair
goal.
enough.
So
And Enzo Fernandez went, I think,
yeah,
literally
there
the
were like
last
three, four
shot.
shoot, yeah, yeah, and there was this Martinez shoot.
Yeah,
Van
hit.
Dijk basically
Didn't have a
was,
clue.
yeah, didn't have a clue
Yeah,
actually.
he
He
was
was
on the
in the
way.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
you
yeah.
need that kind of luck. And then I thought, okay, if
Yeah,
Argentina is creating that much, it hit the post, it didn't go in. So I thought, okay, maybe it's not their night.
no, actually, when Martinez basically he was like I have this. I was probably texting you like I have streaming problems. Like I have problems with my Wi-Fi. So basically he was going towards the goalpost, and he was buzzing, and he was like, okay, cheer the crowd up, because I guess like most of the crowds are only 1,500
It was a
people from
mismatch.
Netherlands.
90% or
Yeah,
95% were Argentine.
yeah, exactly. So he was basically buzzing there, and well, when a goalkeeper do that, actually, like basically he's going to be there, I
Oh,
guess.
he came with huge two saves, and both were
Yeah,
fantastic
Van
saves.
Dijk.
Van
Yeah,
Dijk and I think Barghaus.
Bergius. Yeah. Bergius.
Um,
Berghaus. The
yeah,
goal scorer, I guess.
uh, but yeah. But I no, Barghaus was not the goal scorer. It was someone else.
Uh, Let me check again.
I think Varg something. But
Everyone has a back. Oh yeah, Weghorst. Sorry,
yeah,
Weghorst, the goalkeeper, goal scorer.
yeah. But I think the first two saves were clinical, and credit to Leo
Yeah,
Messi.
Bergius. Yeah.
Credit to Leo Messi. He went there. He was the coolest man on the earth, given the pressure. He finished
Mm,
it like if nothing mattered.
mm,
And that set the tone, and that was very different than what Brazilian game we've seen. The first shot
yeah.
is very very important for
Yeah.
your leaders and the best player to take it and set the tone.
Yeah, exactly. But Enzo's shot was
I think
actually
Enzo
not
was suffering a little bit. He could have won it, but I was very confident about Lautaro Martinez. Normally, he's a
no,
very
Martinez never missed no running.
he misses, but for some reason
Penalty I haven't actually seen.
he missed for Inter. Some
Mm,
crucial one even, but I had a sneaky suspicion that Lautaro is coming back with this game, and when he was subbed in, I was thinking he might score the winner. Eventually, he scored the penalty, but Lautaro looked so positive from the get go today. So yeah, it was great, cool finish for him, and due winner because the Dutch team have not played really football. 15 minutes ping pong ball put in the box and try to get hustle and bustle and muscle in, and
yeah,
yeah, deserved winner as Argentina.
yeah, true, exactly. Can we actually have a look in the stat because I haven't actually looked in that stat
Sure.
for the Argentina team. Actually, while I was texting
Well,
you, I was actually
I can tell you
looking the.
who rules
Yeah,
there. Mateo Laos.
yeah, true. You're right, actually. Yeah.
I'm not allowed to say certain words, otherwise I'd have said them.
It's in the YouTube. So
It's coming. Yep.
yeah, that is basically the statistics from that match. Argentina let Netherlands played, I guess, like the position. As
That
you
was
can see,
close.
yellow
That was
card.
almost 50-50.
Oh, red card. There was a red card.
For Netherlands,
Uh, yeah,
uh, I again, I'm not surprised.
but probably someone from the bench. Like I haven't. Oh my god. Fouls committed. I guess determining two offsides.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it's hard
five
to
shots,
catch.
five on the target.
Yeah, it's hard to catch this name, Alvarez on the in the offside. So yeah, as we can see, who? Yeah, Argentina is the
Dark.
yeah, dark one. Yeah, they attacked
Molina.
mainly from yeah,
Or
like
Dele side.
we yeah like we
We
predicted like
said we
this
predicted on your analysis that that's the side you have to attack.
that's the side yeah that's where
And
actually looked
to
vulnerable.
my surprise, obviously Di Maria didn't even play. I thought Di Maria would play.
Yeah,
If Di Maria played, it would have been even more. But credit to Molina and De Paul and Messi.
yeah, true. Let me check a little bit. It changes, yeah, changes a little bit. They were actually trying to
Counter that.
uh, yeah, but from this way actually basically Aquina was winning all of the 1v1, so they could not actually do that. And we know about this thing. They are not actually going to through the middle, so their only option was like slow build up from that side with Daley Blind, still a good player, but he doesn't have that feet that he had actually 8 years ago, or 8.5 years ago actually. Um, so they actually had a slow build there, and Argentina had like more attack in this side. In the second half, what happened? Uh, yeah, pretty much the same, similar. They try to build a little bit more in the middle, in the left. Fast extra time actually was a block basically. Argentina tried everything in the middle. I guess like Di Maria came in the second
Second.
mid,
Yeah.
yeah, second extra time. So like, yeah, that's 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 how it looks
Yeah.
basically.
That's overwhelming
Yeah,
on that side.
yeah, true. Yeah, well, let's go there in the heat map. Actually, we predicted it should be played in this area.
Yeah.
It was actually.
Yeah.
Let's see the touches actually. Well,
You don't see much touches from the Netherlands side in the box,
yeah,
right?
in the box, yeah, only few.
A few headers, probably.
Yeah, that basically those are headers.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are headers actually. This is probably the goal one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or both could be goal because both were scored. It was almost like Zanetti-esque in 1998.
yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. Actually, that reminds me. This is the well, yeah. This is the third time it ended up in nil-nil. Uh, Netherlands versus
Not Milan.
Argentina.
This is 2-2.
Sorry, sorry, ended in a draw. But what I'm trying to say, like the only two tiebreakers, and I guess the other one is 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see the first half. What what does what does it tell us? Yeah, basically Argentina was building through this area, and they were trying to do the opposite. Um, the second half changed a little bit. Well, they pushed up a little bit, and Argentina was letting it go. And I
Yeah.
think that's a really bad decision.
I
What
think
do you
so.
think?
I think so. That's
They
why I think
Argentina,
players like Paulo Dybala and Angel Di Maria, these players could
yeah,
come in.
yeah. Actually, Dybala would have been a good choice, given that like Di Maria does not have that feet anymore, and you are going to play like I don't know 120 minutes,
Just
and
one
at the
goal or
same
two
time,
goals, I could understand certain games is fine, but in World Cup knockout stage,
no,
given that
it's a tournament.
2006
It's a tournament, like a knockout tournament.
2006 same thing happened with Peckerman.
Yeah,
So yeah, just be wary of that. And he was Lionel Scaloni was on the bench on that game too. So he knows
yeah,
best.
yeah, exactly. In the first half, well, nobody wants to play.
Yeah.
It seems like.
It was very cagey on the tactically, and there was
Yeah.
not much clear chance other than the some of the genius
Mm.
pass of that Messi.
Yeah, and the second half it looks a little bit different. Yeah, Argentina managed them actually in the middle, a few touch, and I guess like only one in the box. And Argentina had quite a few touch from this side. Actually, from overall whole side, Tagliafico actually stepped up a little bit in the second half, and he was actually getting few balls from Messi in these sort of areas.
Yeah,
So yeah, let's see the average position. This was the starting position actually from the from both of the team actually. Basically, pretty much similar. And Cody Gakpo was actually how can I say he
interchanging.
was dropping. Yeah, he was interchanging with Depay a few times. Sometimes he was trying to get the balls this sort of area and try to win something like in the wings and stuff like that. He was doing few things actually. He was trying it out, but well, Argentine defense was like how can I say? They did not give him a
Yeah,
little bit
no
space.
space, no space was
Yeah,
given, no time was given. Also, they didn't.
no,
I think
yeah,
it was once Bergwijn and Depay could just connect once in the entire first half, but I think Bergwijn shot it wide.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see the average position of the players. Lionel Messi, basically there. Di Maria, Di Maria. When Di Maria came in, actually, like his average position is there. So like
Yeah,
Argentina was pushed
that's
up
what I
by
was
that
saying.
point.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
He should have
yeah.
brought Di Maria long time ago, just to give that threat.
Yeah, as we see, like this tells basically everything. Like the game basically was this area, played in this area, and I guess like one-on-one battles in the wings actually mostly won by Argentina, and
And that's the
that is
dangerous
the
side of
yeah, that's the dangerous side of Netherlands. So like they scored two goals actually. One was like really lucky, and one like
set piece.
set pieces actually both of the goals, if you think about it, brilliant. Like they
Yeah,
did sort of like unthinkable, like to pass the ball towards like right in front of the goal. It was a little bit odd, but they pull it off, like. So yeah, let's see the shoots actually a little bit, I guess. No, I think there is a mistake. Argentina. Yeah, both of the shooter from on target. Yeah, right in front. Yeah, those are actually like highest XGs. Those creates highest XGs actually. Uh,
yeah,
if you are shooting from the front of this sort of area.
absolute in front.
Yeah, and yeah, actually Argentina created better chances than them, and blocked chances. Yeah, better chances. They created some goals. Like these two could have been there. But yeah, like overall, Argentina won, I guess, like fair
As a
and
better
square.
side, better side.
Yeah, as a better side, yeah, but with a little bit help of luck.
Yeah, obviously. Tiebreaker is always about luck. There is not much in it, and Lionel Scaloni is one of the younger manager. I think youngest
Yeah,
manager in this World Cup, and I think he's
yeah, actually
playing
41.
against the most experienced one. So
Mhm.
yeah, credit to him.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah,
Do you
we'll switch to the obviously you put it up the Croatia
yeah,
Brazil game. I think that was a great game. Let's talk about it a little bit, Stat, and we'll talk about it as well.
I remember like when we were, it was probably our video on, I guess, uh, yeah, second round review and quarterfinal preview. I guess like in 41 or 41st or 42nd minute, we started talking about Brazil, and I was talking about this. How can I say, block from the left side, so left side of Brazil, so that like you can actually
Yes.
creates goal in the right side, like a 1v1 situations with Militao. Actually, goal came that way. So against Brazil in 118th or 119th minute, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was for the first time Brazil actually left it open like that, and that could have actually happened uh, way before. I don't know. Probably I should actually um, we should actually translate it in Croatian. But anyway, Croatia scored. Uh, well, Croatia scored anyway. From that side, actually, the shot was brilliant. Brazil actually had a I don't know, ups and downs game, and I will show you something like really interesting
Sure.
about this
Sure.
Brazil side. Yeah, the this is so far the number position, I guess, like in the Croatia did not actually let Brazil play, and after Brazil conceding goal, um, sorry, but Brazil scoring that goal, actually, Croatia was in charge, I guess, like most of the time, little bit, and sort of like created a circuit around Brazil. I think, well, I wanted to do how Croatia is lining up against team so far, and how they are keep winning the games. Well, they only won probably two games, I guess, if I am not
Against Canada.
mistaken. Yeah, one against Canada and one against probably what?
Belgium.
Belgium. Yeah, but they still managed to reach
They
quarter
somehow
fourth
hold into
place
this.
semifinal.
This is a tough team to beat, and I've
Yeah,
I've told
exactly.
you while the game was going on. I was texting you that Croatia never really lost knockout games that went to extra time, which
Mm.
is quite a
Yeah,
record.
yeah, true actually. Except I guess like they were out in that '98 World Cup when Devon Suker
Yeah,
was
I
that
think
side leading.
against France,
Yeah,
they got beaten.
yeah,
Lilian Thuram scoring 2 goals. I remember that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So basically, fouls committed. Mm, Well, total positions lost actually. Basically, they were in shoulder to shoulder with Brazil, and that's how actually we were talking about it, and that's how you beat Brazil. Um,
Can
and
can I
I
interrupt a bit?
yeah, of
I
course,
think I
of
think
course,
what
of course.
Croatia done. I think it's a very unique way. I didn't think like this that can be done against Brazil because
Yeah,
Brazil
100%.
relies on wingers
Yeah,
and very good movement of the ball in the middle because in order the wingers have to be into come into the play, you have to very good passing in the middle, and Neymar and Paqueta does that circuit of passing, and
yeah,
Croatia hold that middle block with their midfielders like Modric really dropping deep and not giving Neymar any space at all, giving Brozovic hand, and Kovacic was everywhere. I thought it was very interesting.
yeah. Also, defensively, they never actually. They also sort of created a hanging winger or wing back in the left, and Perisic was a little bit lopsided and a little bit pushed up because he has still has the space to cover Antonio Rafinha on that side, and their starting position was a little bit different. I will show you in the end, but so far this is the build up actually. Like which one is Brazil? Let me check. Well, the darker one is Brazil. So yeah, uh, fairly. How can I say?
Hmm.
Mm,
Even,
distributed.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But let's see.
If
Like
you see
Croatia.
Croatian one 47.2 on the right side,
Yeah, yeah,
like in the
exactly.
Brazilian left, which is we talked.
Yeah, we talked about it, but that's why they actually could not scored because if it's the right side, they would have actually get more 1v1s,
Hmm,
you know.
hmm, hmm.
Because Danilo was there and Casemiro sort of like in this position.
Hmm.
We'll see that sort of thing, and actually like creating this side. Actually, Croatia was creating more from that side actually, like with Sosa, Perisic, and they have like uh, Livania and Kramaric. They actually both
Pasalic
are
too.
a good, yeah, especially basically, yeah, they try to break it down from that side actually. Like I guess like it is because it's easy to build up from. They lost the ball there, and mostly Brazil lost the balls there, and they try to build up from this side. I guess like that's why it looks like this. But let's see, let's see. In the first half, well, pretty much the same. Actually, they try to do a little bit more in
More
the
on the
first
left.
half.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in the second half, it went actually full on in the extra time. Yeah, that's that's that is how they were actually pushing up. Another thing, defensively, actually, it was an important thing because they tried to how can I, whenever Brazil was getting the ball, they have a tendency to actually give the ball to the wingers on both sides, and Vinicius was lurking in this sort of area, and Anthony or Rafinha was lurking in this sort of areas, and I guess like they try to bring the wingers in like too early, and then actually like create sort of like a slow build around Neymar in this sort of area, right in front of the Croatian box, and then they actually created more chances in this sort of area. So, like right in front of like the 6 yard side and stuff like that. Let me check the build up. Like full game. Yeah, most of the games played by Brazil was like from the wings actually.
Hmm.
The build up was in the middle actually.
Yeah, because they didn't allow Brazil to move the ball in the middle that much.
No, no, no. And one of the thing actually, they sort of created Brozovic as an extra center back sometimes, like when Neymar drops in. Sometimes it worked actually, sometimes it did not. They have also luck because some of Neymar's shot should have actually uh, in, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
like in his
And
prime or stuff like that. Yeah.
Neymar was not really on his best today, except that goal.
Yeah, that goal was brilliant. Oh my God.
That was a brilliant goal, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, he
I thought
basically burst into like took away the whole
exactly. He
defense.
took that moment. What a
Yeah,
goal!
exactly.
What a player!
Okay. Yeah, what a player. Yeah, and it's a sad thing to see him crying after that game and after scoring that goal. Especially
Yeah,
um, it is actually a sad thing, but brilliant, brilliant goal to score. But Croatia, what they did actually, like they had have more chance created, like have more touches from this side, and but as you can see. Uh, Mainly evenly distributed, but they could not actually get like how can I say the touch right in front of this area because of Casemiro and up until the end actually. But still they picked up some passes when they're counter attacking in this sort of position, but there were some shot blocked actually. Uh, let's see how Brazil lined up. Basically, it was 4-3-3. Three of their midfielders are like really, really brilliant players. And what they
brilliant on
did,
possession.
of course, like of the ball as well.
Yeah, of the ball too,
Like
but yeah, even better
because
with the ball.
yeah, better with the ball as well. And thing is that like sometimes Modric, what's his name, Zuranovic was
Oh,
pushing a little bit.
Zuranovic was like prime
Yeah,
Cafu.
yeah, I guess like that's why they attacked this area because he was going up and down. And I have mentioned already Sosa. Um, he basically he is mind blowing actually. And I guess like if Guzans were not there, I would have actually loved to see him in Inter. But he played well today as well. But the thing is that like Zuranovic is brilliant. Sometimes he was actually like tucked in a little bit here, and Pasalic actually came in to create sort of like a hanging wing back sort of situation. I saw Brozovic was like trying to annihilate the overload, and Modric was there basically acting as a false defensive midfielder, or sometimes like Kovacic is doing that, right, and Modric was hanging there. So they actually blocked Brazil in this area, and that's how actually they stopped. Let's see the average position of the players.
Hmm, that's interesting.
Yeah, I guess Neymar, as you can see, he was always there.
Yeah, it was progressive.
Basically,
He was trying to progress
yeah,
the play.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
But
And
I
I
was a
guess like
little disappointed with Tite, given the name he started. Like
I was telling you, like Rodrigo is better goal threat from the right than Rafinha or Anthony combined. But Rodrigo was brought in like
after
to play
halftime,
this area. Yeah, exactly. Not after halftime, like I guess like it was around 60 minutes.
or even more than that, around that time. Yeah, but
Yeah, but he was actually better player in that side actually. And as you can see, Rafinha is. I mentioned that in our last video that like Rafinha is good in build up, but Anthony is getting like average position is more like
like
up
if
in the pitch.
Rafinha had prime Dani Alves, it would have worked.
Yeah, yeah, of course it would have worked because he always would have some support as to create sort of like a triangle. And this is Fred, and before that, Paqueta was playing, and Paqueta, as you can see, was pushing a little bit uh, from Neymar's side,
Yeah,
and Richarlison and Paqueta was a little bit closer, playing a little bit closer. So he could not link. His only option was like making those balls and
diagonal.
or
Yeah,
yeah. And Eder Militao, as you can see, he was always there. But actually, in some half, he was actually dropping a little bit. I guess if we have it, that no, we don't have. Okay, okay, yeah. But as you can see, some of the players actually like pushing up. Like at the end, Ante Budimir brought on
hmm.
um, Vlasic, Nicola. I guess
Oh,
like you have
Vlasic and
brought on.
what's his name? The scorer is it Vlasic? The scorer?
Let me check.
There was took a huge deflection of Marquinhos, but still,
Yeah, let me check.
or Petkovic.
Yeah, Petkovic.
Yeah,
Petkovic is yeah this player, but he was a sub I guess. Like
yeah, it was
yeah, he was a sub. Yeah, but except for the sub actually, like Perisic basically was there. So like they
outlet.
were actually yeah they were actually like trying to explore this
But
gap
Perisic
within
had
the
an awful game.
yeah true like probably that is one of the reason they did not attack that much actually
Yeah,
but I have seen actually
because
Perisic
Militao
getting
was
the
winning. There was nothing he could have done.
yeah
Yeah,
yeah they would have actually if they could have like they did not push any of these like
wing
how can I
backs.
say yeah fullbacks up in the pitch like as you can see
It was mostly
Zuranovic.
Zurankovic.
Yeah, Zoranovic because he's fast. But from that side, actually, they were like if Neymar shift the balls there, like when Anthony came in, because he
Mhm.
was getting some balls around this sort of position actually.
I have
So
another problem with even Anthony. His first touch, first
it's
few
so
glances
one
is
sided.
fine,
Yeah, yeah,
fine, but he slows down and allows the players to come back. I mean, what's the point
yeah.
then? You just beat
Well,
the player. He
you
just
need only yeah, you need only one player to do that, and they always like they already have that player is Neymar to control the tempo. And when other players like they should actually play on that tempo. So like Vinny Junior actually try to play on that tempo, and sometimes he accelerates, sometimes he decelerate. Rodrigo, whenever he's playing right, he's brilliant. Rafinha sometimes play, sometimes he doesn't. It depends on Rafinha's day. If it's you can see like in first 20 minutes and stuff like that. But actually, Gabriel Jesus is a good miss for Brazil.
yeah,
Um,
it's a
as-
great miss. Definitely, he definitely
yeah,
gives something different.
yeah, of course. Like he can link up with Neymar, and he can also can like move to the right, and sometimes he creates like space for himself as well. And that actually like do, and everyone is like trying to put Neymar on play and try to dance around him and stuff like that. But what you say, I completely agree. Like Anthony doesn't actually have this sort of thing.
Like
I
Anthony's
guess like
first,
he had
second touch is fine.
yeah.
He gets away, then he just slows down, allows the defender to come back. Then what's the point of the entire thing?
Yeah, exactly.
You play the
I
ball
think
first. Yeah,
no, I have seen him playing fairly enough with Ajax, like
or
the season
take
before.
a touch in, try to shoot because you have a heck of a left foot. Try it.
Yeah, exactly. And I have actually fairly seen him with Ajax, and it actually started from the beginning of this year, actually, like from the second round of the group, Champions League tires. He started these sort of things, and I think he wants the flashlight on himself. I guess a little bit. That's why he hold the ball. I don't know for some reason. It feels like that actually. So yeah, that's the thing. Actually, I don't agree, and I texted you. They already mismanaged that. Martinelli should have been there instead of Rodrigo, and Rodrigo should be there
Instead of Rafinha.
in, instead of Rafinha or Anthony or something like that. Even though Rodrigo missed that penalty, but
Well,
the game wouldn't actually get
that's a different
gone.
conversation.
Yeah,
Penalties are
yeah,
different.
penalties. Yeah, anyone can miss that actually. So like the game wouldn't even be in penalty if Rodrigo is playing that way and Martinelli, because Martinelli is one of the player. He can actually read the player and he plays for other players. Like when he's playing for Arsenal, he's playing like he's giving away a ball to Jesus if he's in better position, or someone else, or even Granit Xhaka, and he can actually link up with anyone, whoever there, and he actually, I guess, like
I'm
way
totally
better ball
hearing from
player.
an Arsenal fan, a frustrated Arsenal fan.
No, actually, he's a better ball player than in some way, especially if teams are doing low block. Because I have seen him play against teams like Liverpool, and even in this season, he played against Brighton and broke that team actually. Also, that low block team, I guess West Ham. Uh, he was brilliant actually, from the beginning. So you should actually like play like players who are buzzing in form, other than like player with name. And I guess like Rafinha and Vinicius is big because they are playing for Barcelona and Real Madrid, and that is another thing with like Brazilian football as well. Like Bruno like hasn't seen the pitch today, right?
Well, I think he was a little bit unfortunate against Cameroon game. He missed a lot of chances, and that gave him.
Like thing is that like that team basically a second tier team, and the thing is that like when
But
you
then
play
it's
those players,
Brazil second tier team.
no, what I'm trying to say, like, if you are playing around Messi, Neymar, and this sort of player, they actually make you look good, like more better than
Fair, fair.
yeah, better than that actually. Like, do you think Molina can score that goal, like if Lionel Messi is a normal player? He wouldn't actually
No,
get that
no,
pass.
that gives me hope. If I was playing with Messi, I was banging goals.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Paqueta is a out of form player for this
Paqueta
season
is like
actually.
that.
He's brilliant. He's
Yeah,
brilliant.
he's
But
like that.
what I'm trying to say is that like I have seen Bruno so far this season, and Bruno should have actually start from the first match. It will actually give him like a morality boost or something like that, you know. And you need moral to like play in this sort of situations. And Croatia is sort of like a master in, how can I say,
Of game
how-
management.
yeah, exactly. They're most of the midfielders are in this position actually.
And
They did not
they
let
play
Brazil
they
create
passed.
any sort of like a circuit in this sort of area.
Yeah, they
So
passed
like
around
they
so
shifted
easily.
Brazil, yeah. So like they shifted Brazil towards these wings. And let's check the map again. Yes, as you can see, like Brazil could not actually play in the middle in the throughout the attack. So like if they're going there, they're actually there. Other
Hmm.
than someone actually shift the ball, and only Neymar do that. So it was actually they like Croatia managed the game really well. They outplayed Tite in so many level actually. Yeah, this is the goals, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, there was a
let
1-1. It was more of shot, I guess.
Yeah, it was no, I guess like shots on targets. Yeah, as I mentioned, see, only three shot actually or four were actually on created in right in front of the goal, because most of the time they were actually like leading Brazil to from shoot from like if they don't have any like speed, or they could not stop the player, they actually lead player to go towards the wings, and goalkeeper was pushing up and make the goal actually
The keeper,
how can I say
you have
small.
to talk about that keeper. He's so
Of
good.
course. Yeah, exactly. And he was like moving up, and he was on this sort of position, and like make the goal look a little bit smaller. So
He's
that's how
shutting down all
actually,
the angles.
yeah, that's how he actually stopped all those shot, um, like off the target shot. I don't think that counts, but yeah, like the block shots, that also counts. As you can see, they never let Brazil to shoot from that side actually. like in right in front. Only Neymar actually had like three shots from this angle, and yeah, some good days it will end,
End up
and
in the
I
net.
guess like
Yeah.
yeah, of course, like they looked it so I guess like so simple. Neymar, Messi, these sort of players, and these are actually like a really hard angle to score goals.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's why the XG is lower. If you are shooting from this sort of sides. You know. So yeah, that's the thing actually. That's what so far they did in statistics. Uh,
Well, thank you for that. I think that kind of explains how that game really happened. One and second, should we talk about a little bit of penalty? If you're done with the stat, then we can go
yeah.
from penalties. What's your thought
Yeah,
on
you are in the dark completely. I haven't noticed.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I don't have to be
yeah.
seen that much. I mean, I cannot. It will be
Or
over
it will
very
be
soon.
ghost.
Um, so the um, first penalty was taken by Rodrigo, who is a very young and upcoming player, who is a very very good player. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
Could be he could have asked the ball and probably said that I'm going to take first one. But do you allow your younger players to take that risk in the first pen, or someone like experienced guy like Thiago Silva,
Thiago Silva is a good
Casemiro,
penalty taker
or
actually. Marquinhos even though he missed, but that
yeah,
that was a good penalty actually.
yeah,
But it can happen any day. But thing is that like you have to like the most experienced player should actually take that sort of
even
shot.
Neymar just sets the tone. I mean,
I
if it,
guess like they saved Neymar for the last. I guess like if
yeah,
they
you
if it
cannot just save it for glory. I mean, that happened with
you know
Cristiano Ronaldo against
that
who?
actually happened with Neymar as well. Like they knocked out from Copa because of the I guess like it was few years back, 2015 I guess like something um, because Neymar put the shot up like
But
up.
then my question is, if you're saving Neymar, Casemiro, have you seen that penalty? That was so clinical.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how a penalty should be taken, and he's taken that.
Casemiro was like really cool. Like after that miss, that actually gives Brazil a little bit hope.
Yeah,
Um,
but yeah, I never thought because Brazil
and I have
under
actually seen.
under Tafarel, they were
Mm,
so good in penalties, and any or Dida, they could, but Alison Becker could not even have a glance on it because Croatian penalties have been so good, like Orsic. That's how you take a penalty, like it's a side net with pace.
those are like, like how can I say, if Ellison Becker and Ederson put side by side, they couldn't even stop.
Yeah.
Because and another thing is that like in this World Cup, you have to put 1 feet on the line before you jump. So that actually gives you a little bit, how can I say, moral booster for to put it in the side net, but that is how actually you miss the penalty as well. So you
Yes.
need to be clinical.
Yeah, I was liking the style of Emi Martinez, how he started to
Yeah,
accelerate just before the penalties were getting taken. He was accelerating so he could reach it in a quicker fit. So
yeah.
I thought that was a very interesting technique.
With Emi Martinez, it's a different case in a way. I guess like he's both fitted a little bit because have seen him like clearing the ball with left. Like, sometimes I was even confused, but I guess like he's a little bit lefty. But thing is that like he is both fitted, and another thing is that like he's tall, and another thing is that like he starts playing mind game like since the beginning of the penalty shootout, and I guess like Argentina have a little bit homework, and basically the whole press conference and every drama going on around this Dutch team, it cries out a little bit like we are going to put the match in the penalty shootout and stuff like that. Nothing other than that actually,
That was
and for some
the
reason.
Dutch plan from the start to make it
Yeah,
as
and
difficult as
even
possible.
they scored two goals in like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
They were basically buzzing, and how I was well when I saw that they were starting that first half of the extra time slow. Then I was okay. This game is they are trying to get into the penalty. Probably
Penalties.
Messi will score in like 115 minutes probably, or it will go to the penalties, but they are going to lose, and that actually happened. Um, all those dramas are actually for basically nothing. You cannot actually like put like play for penalty unless you are playing someone like for Croatia. It's okay, play because they don't have any firepower to play against teams
Brazil.
like Brazil. Any
Hmm.
other day, Brazil would have actually beaten Croatia, but it's a tournament game, and even Brazilians, well, not even Brazilians. We were texting about this Valdano interview, right?
Yesterday,
Uh,
I just shared with you.
yeah, I woke up in the morning, and the first thing I did actually reading that article. And he was actually right in a way, and even like this, I guess like I saw that in ESPN FC, that journalist from Brazil, I guess like Gustavo,
Hmm.
he was talking about the like he was telling basically like okay, Brazil team is good, but they are asking him like about
What's the
weakness of
weakness?
this team.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he was telling them like
Emotional side.
yeah, that the emotional side, and that team actually whenever they were trailing, they don't have character to come back. They never showed actually. Then this is like the fourth loss
While
from Tite.
while Croatia, this is amazing. Croatia always they actually probably they came back always in the game.
Yeah, that we did actually since that Argentina
Even
game
Canada
from the
game.
last World Cup. Yeah, they always like come back and haunt the oppositions. And thing is that like even if you score one, two goals, like that is actually sort of like a lesson for Argentina in a way, because like they were sort of loose, and they were like heating up the situation. Then with Parades in the midfield, he was basically trying to provoke the Dutch
Yeah,
players
and
and
that bring
things
the
like
best
that.
out of him.
And
Them. Yeah.
yeah, and the thing is that like it did not work today.
No, it
You
didn't.
know, no.
Uh,
So it don't work and every day. And so far, what I have seen, Croatia don't give a like how can I say crap about any sort of mind games and stuff like that. They will probably put it in the net. They will try to do that. Rather than that, they will try to find a way to put it in the penalties and try to win it
yeah,
from there.
yeah. Uh, but yeah, I don't have anything more to tell. I think we had a very good discussion about both the games. I think
Yeah,
we kind of covered a lot. Um,
yeah.
but it would
I
be a
and
fascinating semifinal. I think first semifinal is Tuesday next 13th.
yeah, Tuesday.
And it would be between Argentina versus Croatia. Tomorrow we have two more quarterfinals between Morocco and Portugal, and then England and France. So we'll try to cover that as much as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Not really, and I am actually a little bit fascinated about Croatia and how they are playing. Probably I'll try to explore that a little
Yeah.
bit.
Now you want to go to the beautiful mind after the beautiful mind of Van Hal. It would be beautiful mind of Dalic. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You're making them lose.
No, both of the teams are like fascinating to watch in a way. Uh, well, it would have been actually
No, I'm joking around.
Brazil or some other team, I guess.
But
But yeah, let's see.
for an Argentina fan, what a day it is, huh? Brazil get
Wow.
knocked out the same day Argentina went to the semifinal.
I was talking with my mom and my aunt, and one of them are Brazil supporter, and
Oh,
one of
that
them
must be
are
feeling bad.
Argentina.
Yeah.
And my mom was a Brazil supporter, so I was
Oh boy.
actually woke her up and poke her a little bit about that. My aunt is Argentina supporter, so It was an interesting conversation, and they're telling me basically in Bangladesh, people are trying to people started doing fireworks after
Oh
the
yeah,
penalty shootout.
I could see that from here.
In my village, like this like eastern part of the city, and people are awake in the middle of the night. It's like hard to believe.
No, I don't. It's look, Bangladeshi people are very different. Like in the entire 3 4 years, that if they see any football or not, but
I
World
don't
Cup,
see
it's
them actually.
well 4 5%. There's a
Probably some students actually
younger
they
students. Yeah,
watch.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they watch university students. They watch some like big club games, and
Yeah,
then it's
and
like
they see the
yeah,
game more as a poking, bantering, fun, and stuff
yeah,
like that,
yeah,
rather than really seeing it tactically. But
yeah, exactly.
it is big. It is big. I remember I don't see any game. The last game I saw with people in auditorium was in Sylhet Auditorium. It was big gathering just outside of stadium. England versus Argentina in 2002. Beckham, Michael Owen dived and Beckham scoring. Pochettino gave away the penalty, and that game 1-0. Entire game Argentina played well, and England won. After
Uh,
that, I've never
I
seen
still remember. I
I've
still
never
remember the
seen
game.
a game with people of that gathering. Never ever again.
I
That's the
mean,
last.
I watched that Netherlands versus Argentina in 2014 with like my university mates and stuff like that. It was horrible after that actually. But thing is that like
Now I
I
like to
still
suffer
remember.
alone.
Yeah, I still remember. I was screaming basically right after that Batistuta goal in 2002 World Cup. It was 1-0 Nigeria, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was screaming, and people like our house is like really really big, like there aren't like much houses around at the time, so people are like I don't know, probably like half a kilometers away. They were actually coming to our house. Probably they thought something happened to our house, or someone was robbing and stuff like that. I can actually relate something like that actually.
Yeah, now I just do it alone. I don't suffer with people.
I have a lot of anxiety, like whenever, and that's why I'm thinking about like retiring, supporting any team.
No, no, no.
I
I'm not
have such
supporting, but it's um, still uncertain days
a
because today,
well, well.
no, yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
as long as Lionel Messi is there, I don't think like I will be that much actually, like
Neutral.
how can I say, neutral? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard.
So,
Who wouldn't support that guy? But it's getting elongated. I think we have to
mm.
wrap it up. I'm almost in dark, but but I'll wrap
Well,
it
a
up.
few minutes later, probably I will only see your teeth or something like that.
Oh, that's okay. But yeah, thank you for joining, and we'll talk tomorrow.